La la. Hello peeps and welcome back to Project Hospital. Welcome back to Campaign 3, where I have done some work on this area. Like I said I would. We're not going to do an in-depth dive, I don't think, in this particular episode. What we will be doing is fixing up the clinics of the other departments, because I have noticed, and probably so have you if you've been watching the last few episodes, that we get a lot of people leaving each day because they're not being processed through the clinics fast enough. And I had a look at them, and they all are the other departments, these ones over here, mainly general surgery and the orthopedic department. So I thought we could fix them up together. But before we do, I'd like to show you the changes that I've made over here. So I built a little reception area for our receptionists, as you can see here. And it is a completely enclosed room. And if we look at the map as well, you can see that this is the reception area here, and I've changed. This was a waiting room all up here. I've made it so that they all wait in here. This is now a corridor, and this waiting area is for the labs over here. So you can see that I've made that change, so we can keep them all out here waiting. And so one of the things that was happening a lot with patients in my reception was that, or in the waiting room here, is they got bored a lot. They were often very bored. So what we've done is we've covered this room with posters, because they help alleviate boredom. So I just thought that would be quite nice. We can see here that this might be a little bit broken. We have a patient just standing here, so it might be worth putting restricted doors on here. Should we try that actually? Should we try restricted doorways to see if that helps? If we get rid of this and then put on restriction doors, and then it might be, or is there a way of removing reception from this area? Well, she's leaving. Well, that might work. That might work for us. Nope, she's gone in the restricted area. It does not work for us. Look at these. Okay, all right, this doesn't work, everyone. Okay, what do I need to do here? How can we make this work? I've done this before, just so you know. I've never had these problems. What we might do is extend this like that. Does reception need chairs? Maybe oh, look at this. Or is that optional? I think that might be optional. The patient is collapsing. We'll let him get on with that. There is a way of doing this, and we'll figure it out together. But there we are. We've got a little area here, and they've got food and coffee, somewhere to sit and relax, and all the rest of it. Good to know that patients will ignore these restriction doors for some reason. And as you can see, we've replaced all the different doctor's offices that were here, and we've made them all the same. The only change that I've made to this doctor's office is I've put a filing cabinet here with a plant on it, but that's it. Otherwise they're the same as they were in the last episode, and we've got 6. And I've been over the staff here, so we now have 3 nighttime staff, but they are all full for the daytime staff, so they all get their own toilet now. And it made it so that there was an extra 2 squares in the reception area over here. So as you can see, I've put in some toilets as part of the reception, and then an eating area as well for them to be able to deal with their needs, and that's it really. And we put more chairs along here, just to make sure that everybody was okay, so you can see. And because this is now just a corridor, I've taken out all the chairs and the waiting equipment. We've put in a couple of stretchers. Now I was asked a very good question actually, going back to the stretcher nurses, that the nurses that transfer patients will always go to the stretcher nearest the patient, which means that stretcher is generally around the ward or around the diagnostic room or around surgery, right? But more so the diagnostic rooms, and the diagnostic rooms tend to be the ones that are with the ward, right? So having a good location near the wards and diagnostic rooms of stretchers is just a good idea. But you tend to have stretchers now all over the hospital, and it was asked, you know, if you had them only in one place, like the ward, where the nurses, transfer nurses, probably spend most of their time transferring patients to and from these rooms, is it worth just having the stretchers in the ward? So instead of them taking a patient, taking them to the ward and then returning the stretcher to wherever they got it, could you just make it so that they drop off the patient at the ward, drop off the stretcher at the ward and be done with it? And yeah, that absolutely does work. Although sometimes they will still pick up a patient from diagnostic, take them to the ward bed and then return it. So it's definitely worth having these diagnostic rooms by the wards and maybe having a stretcher station nearby. Or even I did the transfer patient stretchers, just having the stretchers in their office and having their office near these rooms. However, what I have noticed is that when patients collapse, and they can collapse anywhere in the hospital, but they do so mostly, I suppose, in the emergency clinic over here, they then have to run to that ward or diagnostic area to get a stretcher and then come all the way back again. So I have found that it can be problematic when an emergency is occurring, which is when you need them the quickest. So I've actually put a couple of stretchers down this corridor in the emergency clinic because we do get people collapsing around here fairly on the reg, you know. So that's how I ended up going with that one in the end. The odd stretcher here and there is probably a good idea, but the majority of them being at your wards and diagnostic rooms is best. Righty-ho. Yeah. Okay. So, anything else? I think that's everything for this area, and we seem to have fixed this problem over here. Making this reception means that they'll just go and sit down in all these chairs rather than stand around in here because they've got seating. Whereas I think when all this was reception, they had nowhere to sit in reception, and so we're just standing around reception. Well, we've extended that area now, so that's absolutely fine. Okay, what we could do, just to make reception a little bit nicer, is we could include these chairs in reception, just in case they are having to wait for reception. Do you know what? We might try again, because we're now including these chairs in reception. And you know what? We might also include... No, that's not accessible. Is it not? This is now broken. Okay, fair enough. So if we... This happens sometimes. Sometimes these rooms, yeah, just break. And when they do, just destroy them. And rebuild them. Often it fixes it. Let's hope that it does. It's not accessible now. So it was fine. It's now not. Where is the logic? Where's the logic in this one? Nobody knows. No. But we have doors. Oh, I should have left it. I should have left it, everyone. I should have totally left it. Is it because of this? No. Maybe. I'm thinking the reception with no walls needs to be up against a waiting area. Still says it is not accessible. Right, when things are inconsistent in games. I know there's no staff, but it's saying that it's inaccessible now. Okay, well, I guess instead of spending this episode messing around with this malarkey, we will have to remove these walls for the moment. Or maybe even just leave them permanently removed. sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's quite frustrating. Still saying inaccessible. Okay. Oh, I know what it is. I'm putting it inside these walls. Putting it inside these walls. I know what it is. There we go. Hang on. So, we would be able to... I'm putting it in here. That's the problem. That's the problem. Finicky. Finicky. The reason that I want to include this is it means that there's just a couple of posters inside the reception. So, they're less likely to get bored if they are waiting around a reception, which they shouldn't be doing too often. I want the majority of pictures available here. Right, okay, so let's try again. And you know, no, actually, it's all this, I think. So let's put this in again. Doors, and should we see about restricting this? Are we okay yet? Oh my god, it looks like we are. Okay, and then which one was day and which one was night? Your day. And we'll put the night one on the other desk. There we go. Oh my god, I fixed it. Right, okay. I realised what I did wrong. But it now means that we have chairs, a couple of chairs in reception and a poster, so they shouldn't get too bored or whatever. Okay, good. Right, anyway, let's get away from this before I break it again. So, yes, we've been having great difficulty processing patients. I can't wait to get to the janitors episode. I tell you, look how messy this hospital's getting. So we are going to sort out the doctor's clinic in general surgery, internal medicine, and the orthopedic department. And we can see here as well, actually, we can probably get rid of one of these diagnostic rooms over here at some point. That probably won't be a terrible thing. And we can see that these rooms are bigger than the one that I have prepared, which is always nice. And I'm also looking at the fact that we probably won't need this toilet here necessarily, because I've put a toilet there at reception. So we might be able to gain some space here. Do you know what I mean? Might actually be able to gain some space. It is the daytime shift, however. So what department is this? This is internal medicine. And who do we have here? Here we have Elizabeth Harris. Let's keep her there because we are going to bust her room. And we're also going to bust this toilet. Okay. We're going to run this. We don't want her in there for the reason that we don't want it to register as items being used in this room. We really don't want that, which I think we have managed to get away with. So we are now going to destroy this, and we are going to come back here, internal medicine, and oh my goodness, what room did we just destroy? It was I think it was the cardio unit. To be honest with you, just having a look at the others. Yep, pretty sure it was the cardio unit. Right, okay. So let's pop that there. Cardio unit. Okay, and then we can put her back. Boom, thank you, Elizabeth. There we are. There we are. Now, we are now going to break Mark Williams' room. Okay, so first of all, we should probably let him finish this procedure. Who's he with here? He's with Nancy Young. Ooh. She has a bit of a dodgy symptom going on here. He's doing stuff though. He's helping Nancy out here. He is drawing blood, which is going to cause discomfort. She also has breathing problems. Let's see if we can deal with that. Just try and reduce her discomfort a little bit. That might be good. Do you know what? I might also arrange a CT for her. Has he gone? Oh, he's out of here. Okay, fine. Right. So what we're going to do, yeah, we're going to keep Mark Williams up here because, again, we're just going to bust his room. Excellent. Now, can we... Right. The janitor is currently cleaning his room. Right, get out, janitor. That's it. And now, I'd like to destroy this room. Boom. Okay. Oops. Excellent. So what we're going to do is whip out the doctor's office that I designed for myself. Going to pop it there. We can't. This prefab is not allowed at the active department. Yeah, it's not. That's true. Alright, we're going to pop that there. Okay, first things first. I might just move that to there. Okay. And it is right. The department is wrong. And I'm not going to build them for all the different departments. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come to internal medicine. And do that. Now, equipment is missing. Uh-ohs. There's missing equipment. So we need a new piece of equipment when setting this room up for internal medicine. Look at that. Does it need the CRP scanner, I wonder? Don't know. It's quite interesting. Does it need these things? I don't know. If we get rid of that a minute, keep the mobile station, but we use the green colour over here. Let's just move that a minute. It's really annoying that you can't. Got to do this. You do need that, and you do need that piece of equipment. Right, okay, so we do need... What's wrong? Why can't... What's wrong? Why doesn't this stuff want to work? Right. We absolutely do need... We do need that. Okay. Am I going to move that back? I've got this cabinet. We do need that. Okay. That much we know. Fine. What if we put in over here, there's another table. Yeah, there's this square table. Right, what if we put in... Oh, can it not be... Can it not go in a corner? Not by the looks of it. It's going to want access. Okay, fine. So if I don't want to move that. I'd like to move this. In fact, maybe we'll delete that. That is just a decoration at the end of the day. Pop that there now. So we need this. It measures ventilation, volume of and expired air. Inspired. But it won't go on there? No? I can't put it on there. Interesting. Okay. So if we pop this... No, that won't go there either. Interesting. None of these things will go on this table. Pretty sure, won't this... Oh. I hate building in this game. Right. Pop that on there. Will you go on... Will you at very least go on there? You will. It'll go on there. It will go on there. Well, that's fantastic. Okay. So there was a missing piece of equipment. Maybe we should start setting these up for different rooms, because also I'd quite like to remove these things. We need to remove that door because we'd like a green table like this, and we'd like a green one of these. Also, we'd like a green privacy screen like this. That's my thinking, right? And at the same time, because it's going to be the same with the decor, right? I'm going to just go all out. So I hope you're up for this, peeps. You've been asking, well, we want to see the decorating, and I keep thinking, why? It's very, very slow business, right? Okay, let's. But here it is. I'm doing it. So can we have a green desk? We can't have a green desk. That's very disappointing. Well, we'll have a black one then. That's what we'll do. We'll have a black one, and then just using the shift, we'll. Oh, it wants us to move the clock. Using not the shift, it's control. That one. Okay, let's delete this desk. Move this desk in place. Put our clock back, because I tell you, I want it there. Let's delete the chair, and then let's get a new office chair. Green, that's right, yeah. Okay, right. And look, this thing that the coffee table's on, don't have a green one, so we're going to have to swap it out, I think. Should we go black? Yeah, there we go. Remove that. And pop that in there. Okay. Okay. So then we're going to hit the decor. So what have we got here? What do we have here? First of all, in the toilets, we need this green here, like this. Okay. In this toilet. Excellent. And then we can see here that we want the green equivalent. So let's see. We will have, where is it? Why can't I see it? Is it this one? I don't think it is that one, is it? No. That one. Okay. It's this one, everybody. Let's pop that. Oh, we don't want it there. We don't want it there. Because it's only this area that's tiled, isn't it? And then over here, we have more the doctor office side of it. Like so. Excellent. And then on the floors, we are using the lighter tiles. And we are using, I think it was the darker carpet. Like this. And, oh, there we go. And I can see that we have an erroneous wall. I've noticed that sometimes you can see walls at different angles that you can't at others. I don't know what that is, why it does that, but there we are. It does. There we go. So that's that office done. And we can now put Mark back in. Excellent. And we've made enough room for another one. Look at that. But what we'll do, I think, is we will save these. So we want to copy this and then save it. Now, this will be internal medicine, doctor office, right? That'll do, won't it? Save prefab. Then we can say, hey, we want the internal medicine doctor's office, and then we can just pop it in there, and we've increased these rooms, which I feel like we're in desperate need of doing. But what we can do first of all is move, who have we got here? Sarah Williams can be moved over to here, and we've got Kate over here. Was it Kate King? It was not. Where have I just moved Kate from? Where have I just moved Kate from? I can't believe it. I don't know where Kate came from. Kate, she had advanced diagnosis. You were nighttime. Did you come from over here? You did. So Kate King, go back there. I'm terribly sorry, Kate. Kate Davis. Kate Davis, in you go. Right, and then now once again they're using this room. We want you out of here. We want you out of here. Right, including the cleaner. Come on now. Get out of here. Right, there we are. So we should now, oh no, he's left his trolley in there. He's actually left his trolley in there. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. The cleaner has left his trolley. Oh my god, building in this game is terrible. Can we move this, please? Cleaner? You've gone everywhere without your wash bucket. Please, can you come back and remove it from this room before I have myself an aneurysm? Please? God, it took all day. Right. Okay, so we can now do the same with this room. we will delete these items and grab the prefab internal medicine doctor's office. There it is. There it is, everybody. And that means that, oh, it's not accessible for patients. Is it not? I tell you, the one next door doesn't. Look, that door is covered. This one isn't, though. This one should be fine. How bizarre. Where are we now? Oh my god, we've spun round. Sorry. I don't understand why this one isn't accessible. Not accessible for patients. How's that? That one wasn't. This one is. Because it's extending over to here. There we go. Fixed. Now, I'm not sure that we need another one here yet. But what are the staff like that are working on here? It's nice to know, though, we can extend it, because I tell you, we certainly do in some others. So Mark Williams here is fantastic with his advanced diagnosis, and he has the practical diagnosis as well, so that's fantastic. And Sarah Williams has advanced diagnosis, and she has the practical diagnosis. So between them, two really great members of staff to be working on here. And our nighttime, so Kate Davis here is the only nighttime member of staff working in internal medicine, and she doesn't have the diagnostic stuff, so I've got to be honest, I'm not as keen. She does have the night owl trait, which is great, and she does not take free time breaks. I don't know what this hidden trait is. It's a little bit of a concern. And that I would change her to the day and put one of these to the evening, but she has the nighttime owl, so I think I am actually going to have to release her. So sorry. To find somebody a little more suitable, which is probably going to be Frank here. He has 40% advanced diagnosis. He's loyal, so he's cheaper, and his rest levels decrease slow. So he doesn't have something like the diagnostic genius thing, which is fantastic. Which I mean, I would get Rachel, but she is slow and she's often late to work. So, do you know what I mean? So I can't really deal with it. So there's that. Now, something else though, because now we can actually spin these rooms around. How are the walls doing out here? You know, they're not so bad. They are not so bad. There we are. So these toilets mean a little bit more now, but do we have, yeah, we are going to need to keep these toilets for the moment at least. Yeah, we do need to keep these toilets, but you can see here that we are gaining perhaps a little bit of space here. So if we move these items back, like so, what else have we got? We've got a plant here. We could just remove this wall and increase the area of our reception a little bit. Just gain a little bit of space back. We will make it a little bit nicer out here at some point, I think. I've noticed they're using the thick green lines. I'm not entirely sure why, but there we are. So we'll do that and fill these in. There we go. So we've just made the reception just a little bit bigger, and in fact what we might do at some point is move the reception desk over there. Not sure yet, we'll see. But we have managed to increase capacity, strangely though, on the one department that wasn't having any trouble in this area is where we've done it. But it's taken half an hour to do that, which is the episode. So what I will do before the next episode is the other two departments. So you can see here that we've got, what's this? This is the orthopedic department. So you can see here that we have two large rooms here, and we often don't have enough. I say we normally don't have enough. These are reading as low, but they often aren't being seen, so maybe it's not this. But I am going to increase this to 3 rooms like downstairs, and we can see here as well that we have a cleaning closet. What department is that to? We've put that to the labs. Yeah, we were having trouble, weren't we, cleaning the labs, to be honest. Although what we've done over here, because those of you that were watching, because I extended the wards down past here, they were having to go all the way around here to get to these rooms. Well, so I've put some doors in the back here and changed this into a common room, because I don't necessarily need patients having access across here, but we need it to be washed by the janitors, so it needed to be assigned as something. And this way now they can bring the stretchers in, and I've done the same upstairs, just so that that little problem has been resolved. And you can see that the department up here is pretty much the same. This is general surgery, so I shall have and this needs, again, it's reading as low, so maybe we might check out where the high volumes are, because we can see here actually that this is on a high volume. There's 2 of them, but nobody's employed at this one, so we might actually have a look at the other rooms that are supporting it, and just sort of see why they're having trouble getting people through here, because we have noticed lots of people aren't getting through their medicines in the clinics. The clinic patients, yeah. The walk-ins aren't getting through their whole procedure. They're rage quitting, so we need to look into why. And these rooms are actually reading low. So I'll replace them with the new updated doctor's clinic, and I'll make them all colour code and stuff like that. And I'll let you know if there's any new equipment that needs to go in them. And then we will start looking at the supporting rooms that go around the doctors, and these rooms support both the wards and the clinics. And as you can see here, what have we got? We've got the cardio room, the sonograph room, and there's another one. I think there might be. We'll get to these diagnostic units. We'll get to another time. I think we'll cover these odd rooms first. I think that might be nice, and design something for them as well. Yay. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, please hit that like button. As long as you are here, why not take your first step on the path to total coolness by supporting me via Patreon. The cooler you are, the harder I work, which means even more SHIZWAH.